Hi, everyone. Welcome to Super Fun Spirit Experience Live. We're going to talk to Spirit tonight. Yay! Be right back. Crap, they can hear us. Hi, friends. Welcome to Super Fun Spirit Experience Live. I'm Kelly McMahon. No, I'm not. Okay, this is so weird. I am, but I'm not. I'm Kelly McClure. Okay, folks, I'm Kelly McClure. But in the last couple of days, I've been working really hard on like clear, like taking care of the business of my life. And all of my accounts are in my married name, which was McMahon. So every time I've had to call somebody, I'm like, hi, I'm Kelly McMahon. I am not Kelly McMahon, I'm Kelly McClure. My legal official name is Kelly McClure McMahon. So there you go. But hi, welcome to Super Fun Spirit Experience Live. I am Kelly McClure, your friendly psychic medium, and we're going to do a lot of fun stuff tonight. So, hi guys, I'm so glad you're just piling on. We are going to be talking to Spirit tonight. I'm putting on my glasses so that I can see the screen because I do want to tell you a few things about how we're going to go forward tonight. So, we're going to talk to Spirit, which is your loved ones in spirit. And we're going to try to just go for that as best we can. I do have my cards here. If we do have anything that says it would better be answered in the cards, I'll bust them out, but mostly just spirit. So the way that you can get a good reading is just give me the first name and the relationship. And when I do a reading in person, I don't even ask that. I just kind of go with what I see around you. But because we have limited time, then I want to concentrate on who you want to hear from. And I can ask spirit those things. Name and relationship will get there. Obviously, I can't read for everybody, but I'll be able to do as many people as possible. And what I really want is for you guys to understand that this is real and that we can still communicate with spirit. And I believe it's because we are spiritual beings having human experience. And so we're still connected in spirit, and your loved ones are still around. They're still okay. And so even if you don't get a reading tonight, please stay on for a couple of reasons. One, to kind of witness the other readings, and two, at the end, we're going to give you a code that will give you a discount for a personal reading if you want it. And we try to make it affordable. We have all ranges of options. If you just have that one person or that one question, just get a mini reading. If you have more than one people or you have someone you want to bring in, sorry, then get a half an hour or an hour reading. But that's what we're going to do tonight, just first name and relationship. Um, so I have my manager on the other end of the line and she can watch the feed. I don't really pay attention to the feed because I'm paying attention to you. So I don't know what you're asking for. I don't know how many times you ask. Please don't inundate the feed. Just ask once or twice. And if you're meant to get a reading today, you will. If not, you won't. And I don't have any control of that. So please know that that's just completely up to spirit. It is kind of at random on our end, but spirit's sorting it out. So I'm sorry if you don't get a reading tonight, but I will guarantee the work that I do for you if you book a private reading. Ignore the scammers. God, there's so many of them lately. So people that come on and try to scoop up your emotions and try to get you to go to them because you didn't get a reading from me tonight. And so maybe they'll give you a reading. They're not authentic. And I don't think anybody ethically authentic will do that. So I would never do that to you. I would never come to you and say, hey, I have a reading for you. The angels have a message for you, but you have to pay me $100 first or $40 first. I would never do that. If spirit comes to me to give you a reading, that would be for free. If you come to me and book a reading, that's when you pay. So scammers or anybody who's pretending to be me and says they have a reading for you and they want you to pay up front, not me. I would never do that. All right. So thank you guys for being on. Again, it's random. So if you want to kind of ask later, again, do that. But please don't inundate the feed.
can you remind people, Kelly, that if they do see their name on the screen, that they need to let us know that they are still on.
So once we pick your name, and you could have posted 10 minutes ago, and we pick your name, please let us know you're still on. And by the way, everybody else wants to know if your reading is correct. So as you validate your reading, the way you can do it is say, yes, he had blonde hair. Yes, he wears a blue shirt. Yes, he drives a Chevy. But be specific about what you're saying yes or no to, because by the time there's a delay, by the time we get it, it's not going to make sense if you just say yes or no. So validate your reading if it makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't, but please be specific about what I say that does or doesn't make sense. Okay, and let us know you're on, because if I'm reading for somebody who's left the feed, like there's lots of people who are on that want a reading. So okay, here we go. All right, so I think this is Audrey, and she wants Austin, her son. Okay. So Audrey. I hope this is your son, but the first thing that I hear and connect with is what sounds to me like a motorized vehicle or a bike of some sort. And then so a young male came in on this side as I'm asking for this person. It does feel like he kind of either rode up on a bike or has some sort of vehicle or wheels. He doesn't seem super old, but he does seem super forward, and he's like into it. He does Austin. I don't really feel anything in my body with how he passed or what he was going through. All I feel is like his vibrant personality. His hair looks a little bit full or shaggy or longer. And he likes the kind of thing, he kind of likes this, but he likes things that are unconventional or different. I don't feel anything in my body. I'm not really sure I can tell you how he passed, but Audrey, let me know if you're on and if this makes sense with him. It did look like he pulled up on something. He is showing me a strong number 8, and that could be to do with August or 8th of a month. And he feels like he's coming through shouting like you've been asking about him. He does want you to let go of any burden or responsibility, because I feel like maybe you told him you shouldn't go out today or you shouldn't drive today or something like that.
She said his birthday's in August.
Yeah. So I don't know why in his circumstance you would feel burden. I suppose it's just because as a mom, we kind of do think that we should change their trajectory or protect them in some way, but there really is nothing you could have done to change his life to protect him in passing. He shows me a symbol of pulling out his heart and giving it to you, like he really does love you and he gives you his heart. You did everything for him. You did everything for him. I actually think the heart reference is even more than that. Like maybe there was a way for him to give his heart or give love in that way, or there was and he also talks about he had a shift in energy probably right about his adolescence, but younger would have been like very open, maybe he's saying in school or was in plays, or I don't know. It feels like there was a shift. Okay. And he also says that there's going to be many more people who need your energy. Do you have another young male who's like a son or close to you that needs your attention and you're feeling like pulled? Like if you give someone else attention, maybe you're dishonoring your son, which you're not.
Okay. Kelly, she said that that it totally made sense about you about giving me his heart.
Okay, so he did that, but please know that when you feel compelled to help others or give others attention, that doesn't mean you dishonor him or pull away from him. In fact, that kind of honors him. You have a lot of love to give, and he wants you to do that. So, and he also shows me whether there's something being done to the wall, like a beige, I feel like it's a smeared beige paint or something on the wall. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe you're doing something in your home that's, upgrading or something, but he just kind of smeared paint all over the wall, and it looks like a smeared beige something. Okay, one more thing too. It's not just you, but it's other people. It's like 2 male figures that he's talking about. He's like, shout out to them. And maybe it didn't all work out in the way everybody thought, but he feels honored by the fact that so many people wanted to be his parent and were in his life, and they should not feel bad that it didn't get done perfectly. It does feel honoring to him. He's okay. He's in heaven. He's at peace. He's doing good. All right. We'll move on. Okay. Obviously, the name Kelly, I love. So Kelly writes about, I think, Dora, her second mom. All right. And honestly, my third mom is the one that's closest to me. And the name Kelly means loyal and brave. Dora. Okay, I think we're going to get there, but there's something I have to say first, Kelly, which is that as I asked for this woman, Dora, the energy that comes through the most is humbled that you asked for this. And I think that might be because she's putting herself in the place of maybe you did have other people or your own natural born mom who should have been there. And she's not trying to take the place of that, but is coming through very humbly. So let me ask a little bit more about her. She, and I feel like going through grades or going through increases in your education, somehow she honors in ways like, okay, and maybe it's a party or something, but I feel like there's like little flowers, like, okay, that you did that, and then you did that, and then you did that, and we're gonna make it a big deal. And there's all these little like weird little flowers, as if you take something to preserve it and then you put it in a scrapbook, it would be like that, like little things. Herself, I think part of what she loved about being in connection with you is that you taught her how to be what she wished she would have had. So I'm suspecting there was something going on in her childhood where maybe she didn't have either a greatest connection with her mom or her mom passed or something. She's celebrating the 9, so I think that means September. I'm getting a lot of energy in my chest. It's going away, but I do feel it. And then I'm saying 999, like celebration. So let us know, Kelly, if you're still here, if any of that makes sense.
She's on.
Okay. And if Dora was celebrating a 9 or September or something like that. And one more thing. If you or her do a craft that has to do with stamping, like I see, like you put something there and you push down, like stamping. I feel like that's an ongoing thing. Okay. So all right, yeah. Okay, I think this is Sarah and your dad, John. Okay. So, Sarah, let us know if you're still here, and I'll ask for your dad, John. I hope this is your dad. It is a very faint feeling of a male energy. Super strong in personality, but kind of far away. Like he's not stepping up. Maybe this is weird for him, or talking to media might be weird for him. I feel like a strong connection to you, especially about strength. So, John. And it's kind of a lighter colored male. To me, he's further out and doing something physical, like strong physically. John. 4 comes to mind. So April 4th of a month. First of all, let us know you're still on, and let me know if this makes sense. Okay. And then everything he's wearing is super like versatile. Like he could work in it. He's casual jeans. He's not so concerned with what I'm picking up about him, but wanting to come and support you. And so I feel like he's come from sort of an outdoors reference and walking in. He is a white guy. He's older, not old enough to pass, but older than you. And, but still strong. He has certain, I don't know, references about his clothing, casual, but nice. And then the number 4 again. So April or 4th of a month. And I wonder if are you one of 2, or do you have 2 children? Because he's referencing the 2. Oh my gosh, this is pretty weird for him, but I think this is probably what he thinks of as his chance. So he's walked out of like wherever he was from far away into my experience, and he's like looking over my desk, and he's like, you've asked him to be here, so he's here. And so please tell me if you wanted to or have to. His feeling is, okay. I think he's both super cool and super funny, but he also has a really kind of severe or stern way about him. Like, okay, this is what I believe, and it stands. And he's also kind of opening up to what it is you want to do and how your future might look a little different. And he's very proud of you. So if there's something that you want to do, like, I don't know, be an advocate for something or take a class about something, he does support that, even though that might be something that he wouldn't have done himself. Also, sometimes they show me things that I don't really understand, but I have to say, and I feel like I'm going from a stick shift to an automatic. And like, I know how to drive a stick, but I'm old. Like, how many people drive a stick now? I don't know, but it's going from a stick shift to an automatic. Again, with the number 4, let me know if that makes sense too. But it's giving you a thumbs up on what it is you want to do for yourself, even though it may look different than the traditional family or thought process of the past. Okay, let's go again. So, sorry. Selah, your father, Roman. Okay.
It's a pretty name, Selah.
It's so pretty. Okay. Selah, let us know if you're still on, and I'll look for your father, Roman. Very different vibration, very present now, sitting down. He's dark colored clothing on. His oh, I hope this is him. Again, please let me know if this is you on, because his vibration feels very scholarly, I guess, and like he's sitting down. He looks a little unusual, like he has a thicker head of hair than I expected. And I think it at least one time would have been dark. And then when he's sitting down in the chair, he looks like he has like a dark shirt on or a dark colored uniform. Selah, let me know if you're still on.
She's on. She just said I'm on. Okay, I was looking.
Let me know if your father had a really interesting and different sort of get up on. I do see him coming and sitting in a chair next to you, and he counts things off. Like it matters how many kids he has, how many grandkids he has, and that's important. And but his scholarly sort of attitude looks like he's keeping track of things sort of. I don't know what this is. I don't know if he's reading something in a book or if he's testing something, but it's like written down. You're really smart. I think he thinks that you could write a book. I think that he thinks that the story of your family or his story should be told. I don't feel anything in my body with maybe how he passed or what he was going through. Like nothing is coming to mind as something I should mention, but in the way that he's saying that his story is important, I think that there may be a topic or subject in his past that's unique or interesting or, somehow kind of relevant or traumatizing. He also shows me the number 4, but I think that's about either having 4 kids or you having 4. Oh, and then one either was lost or didn't make it. He has a very unique presence about him where I feel like maybe in his history, everything was sort of traditional and then it just sort of changed really abruptly. So let me know if that makes sense to you. And if you have 4, if you're one of 4, and if you have a concern about one of your kids, whether or not they're going to be okay or make it or something like that. Okay.
Oh, she just posted, yes, my brother passed in October.
Oh.
That's all I
have. I feel like that's true, but also more than that. So, oh, your brother. Hold on one sec.
Oh.
What?
Hang on. Something, yes, don't care or make it, or something like have 4 kids, okay. I know she just passed. Yes, my brother passed in October.
Okay, so you have 4 kids. And like I said, you guys, when you validate a message that comes, it's helpful if you be specific. Yes, this, no, this, yes, that. Because first of all, I don't really remember readings. I think they put me in some kind of trance as I go through them. And it's hard to kind of look back and know what I said. But also, other people want to know specifically what you're validating. I feel like the most important thing I could say to you is you don't have to worry about your children, even though you've experienced these great losses. And there was an out of a blue loss, which I suspect might be your brother. And you and your children will not experience that. You're safe. I want to kind of go to like a structure. So like if there's I don't want to say Christmas tree because I don't think it has to do with a religion, but a structure that's like this, and then there's like a bunch of A's or a bunch of more branches or structures off to the side. It's not even green. It's more like red. I have no idea what that is, but it looks like something built or something built by somebody who's important to you. I hope that means something to you, Selah. I don't know what that is. So, all right, let's try someone else. Okay. Oh my God. I used to be able to see these, Lisa. Sherry. And Sherry's asking for Sharon, your mom. Okay, Mom. All right. First of all, Sherry, let us know you're still here. And then everything's wobbly. Shannon, your mom. So, what I'm picking up on feels very lovely and cool energy, but actually feels sort of calm. And Lisa, is there a way you can take that notice off so they can see me a little better?
The Sherry one?
Yeah. Just because it's kind of hard to get this centered. Shannon. And then I think that she has come to try to tell you something before, and I think your mom Shannon wants to come to you in a dream, but I feel like you have a block about either something that has to do with guilt or feeling like you didn't do enough, or I don't know, there's a big burden feeling and that she doesn't want you to have. I am seeing the number 3 that could be March or 3rd of a month with her. Also this very cool feeling of like if she would go out with her friends when she was younger, just kind of free and have fun, which she would like you to do too. But I feel like there's a restriction around that. Like, oh, you're either not allowed or there's something about that. Usually when I ask to connect with spirit, I always ask them like, what can you show me that your loved one would notice or understand, like a ailment of some sort? I'm not really feeling anything in my body. I'm only seeing a restriction in life, like she wasn't allowed to go out and do the things she wanted to do or something, and she wants you to do that, something like that. So let me know if Sherry, if you're still on it, if that makes sense to you. And she also says there's a very distinct kind of like mom, daughter, granddaughter, great granddaughter, like a very distinct reference of something passing down the line, but all good things, like all wanting everybody to be happy and joyous and free and really expressing themselves. There's a pink reference too in there too. So, and she looks like she's either wearing pink or showing me pink. Let me see if I can feel anything in my body with Shannon and maybe how she sometimes pink could be like a breast issue or something, but I'm not feeling anything. So I don't know. Let me know if you're still here and if that makes sense. And also,
but now I can't remember who I'm looking for.
You're looking for Sherry and her mom Shannon.
Okay.
And her mom Shannon's giving a big thumbs up, and also a bunch of lemons. Like, do you have a lemon tree or something? She's showing me a bunch of lemons. So everything that I was seeing was pink, and now I'm seeing yellow. So, all right.
I haven't seen her.
Okay. Well,
wait, she just got on. Sherry, mom, Sharon,
Yeah.
Sherry, question marks. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. So when you guys ask for someone you want to talk to, it's important to stay on because sometimes the feed doesn't come through right away and we don't get to you till a little bit later. But yeah, so I can see the feed, but it's very delayed. I see a very small part of it. So yeah, I don't know who but You can watch it later. Let us know if that makes sense. Okay. But I have to shift. This is a very uncomfortable chair. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so I think this is Danielle. Danielle Sierra, let us know if you're still on. Your father Grant. Or Cindy Lou. Okay, don't oh my God. Okay. All right, Danielle. So Grant or Cindy Lou. So cute. All right.
Okay, did you get that written down?
I did.
Okay.
Danielle wants to know about Grant or Cindy Lou. Okay.
And she's on.
Okay. Hi, welcome. Thank you for coming on. Sometimes I close my eyes and kind of like look into spirit because it helps me kind of block out, the physical world and look into spirit, and that's why I do that. So, okay. I have to tell you that I think I'm connecting with Cindy Lou first. And then I think she's got Grant with her, but he's allowing her to go first, like he's stepping back and she's all up front. She's super excited. I think she knew that you would either get a reading or you would at least ask. Even though she's kind of little, she feels energetically bigger than she is. And she's not going to let anybody tell her anything different. So she does seem to be older. I don't think old enough to pass old age. When people look old enough to pass old age, they look like all small and frail again, and she's quite spunky. She does tell me that she has this Grant with her, but I'm not able to talk for him because he's not coming through on this platform. He just seems to be standing behind her. So I'm going to ask her a couple things that will mean something to you to let you know that that's her. And the one really big thing that I keep saying that I have no way of knowing, but is some sort of actually it looks like a amusement park on a low level, like maybe the Balboa kind of fun zone or something small like that. I'd be curious to know how they met because that seems to be like a fun little reference. And please let us know if you're still on.
Still on.
Okay. And if that makes sense, like a little fun zone or a little tiny amusement park reference. And also, do you have...
Wait, what did you just say? Fun zone?
Fun zone, yeah.
She's at Universal.
Oh my God.
She just said, we are here at Universal.
They're there now at Universal?
Yes, so.
So you're at a fun zone. You're at the... Wow, that's crazy. They're with you right there. They see you there. And that represents how they met and how they spent their younger years together. So, and also, if you got a weird pair of slippers or a cartoon character slippers, I think she really, especially I would imagine your grandma, but she's very much on board with you having fun and being there with you and showing you your version of her younger years and you having this slipper. So if you come across like your favorite cartoon on a slipper, buy it. Like go to the gift shops. And she also says that not only guys gonna have fun tonight, but there's more to look for. So and then like numbers like 11, 11, 2, 2, 2, and 4, 4, 4 right in front of you. All right. Interesting. I think that this is the type of spirit you could play with forever. So you don't have to wait for me to tell you something. You can ask and say, show me butterflies, show me numbers, show me, and then you can just play forever. Just know it's real and they're with you now. All right. Okay, cool.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Reply to that slipper thing.
I know, that's crazy. Yeah, please, if you do actually come across like a little shop where you're at and they have a slipper that I'm talking about, let us know. That's so fun. All right. So, Denny, Adam is your best friend. Okay. All right, Denny. So what I love about, I'm going to go right into Adam's energy because I think that I already connect with that. Please let us know that you're still on. But what I feel about, and you can take off the tag, Lisa, if you can. What I feel about Adam's energy is that he feels that you accepted him completely how he is and who he is. But I'm not really sure that he felt completely accepted on this earth being himself. I feel like a heaviness, and I feel okay. There's a certain message that says, "I want you to know that I'm okay. I'm in the light. I'm at peace." But honestly, when I kind of connect to his soul, I feel like heavy energy. I think he's a lovely person. He probably had way more advanced wisdom than most people. He was just kind of a high vibration being, but really felt stuck or misunderstood or disacknowledged in this lifetime. And then you were one of the people who gave him, the understanding of who he really was, and then maybe you feel like you didn't do enough. And I just have to tell you, I feel like he super appreciates and honors the friend that you were. There's a certain level of dense energy here that on sometimes I think like maybe like did they take their life? And I'm not quite feeling like that, but I'm feeling like he has something to do with it. And that he's really sorry, but it just that he couldn't be here any longer, and that you might struggle too with being here on the planet, but you have a higher vibration that the planet wants, and you just have to find your niche and you'll be okay. But please don't take a burden of whether or not you could have changed the situation. It's really interesting with him because like I said, I feel like it's a lower level energy. I don't feel like it's quite a murder or quite a suicide, but something that's lower level. What happened? I see a green wall, and I also feel like I'm going to bust through it. That feels weird. So if you have anything, it feels light. So if you have anything like in your house that you had to redo or redecorate, or let me know. So first of all, let me know you're still here.
I haven't seen her.
Okay. And then if you do come back on, let me know if you have a wall you had to bust through to build. Okay. Do we have any announcements or anything that we have to announce? Nothing coming up.
No, not really.
Okay, just stay to the end. You'll get your code to book in a private reading or whatever you want for a discount. So, all right. So I think that's Patsy, Sister Margie. Okay, Patsy, please again let us know you're here, and then I'll try to connect with Margie.
I'm gonna leave it up until she says.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Here. Hey, Gina Weaver just said hi.
Really?
I haven't seen Gina Weaver.
Oh my God, Gina! How are you? Oh my God, that's hi, Gina. Oh, how sweet is that? All right, cool.
Patsy's on.
Okay, hi, Patsy. All right. So Patsy's looking for Margie. Hold on 1 minute.
Oh, Gina.
She's what'd she say?
She loves you.
Gina. Oh my God. And I know she's been through a lot, so I send you love and light. I'm not going to say why, but I send you love and light. Patsy. Okay. So Patsy, here's what I feel. Margie, who I feel like is kind of an older female, not old enough to pass of old age, a little bit to your right shoulder, but she's standing back a little bit because I feel like there's another male figure coming through that she's bringing through. And not necessarily because you've asked for them, but because they have something they want to say to you. I do feel like I kind of want to resist that. Like maybe that's not what you were asking for, but he's here to apologize and go like, you're totally right. I'm so sorry. And I do feel like he's an older generation than you and but not super old, and that you know fought hard to have your voice and your opinions respected, and I other than a blue jacket, kind of official looking jacket, like maybe uniform, I don't have a lot of detail on what he looks like, but a shout out from a male figure who's saying you're right, he's wrong, I'm sorry, that kind of thing. And then so I feel like Margie kind of stepped back to let that happen. And I want to kind of ask, are you one of three or have three? Because that apology or that validation is more than for you, but for three others or your children. And the fact that you feel like you should have everybody should have their own say, equal partnership, equal like say. I'm not like, I feel like we're bypassing Margie entirely, and all these people are saying other things. So, but she's there. She's standing next to him and a little bit closer to you, and kind of like going, like, I kind of knew it. Huh. I want to talk about.
That was her dad, and he abused her.
I think, but I don't think he only abused you. I think he justified his abuse, and that's where he, if you were to call it out, he would say you're absolutely wrong and kind of gaslight you about it. And that's where I want to say that you and your children have a whole new future, and that you are changing this dynamic. And maybe this is why this woman really couldn't come through, because this has to be the big picture here. That, you know, your truth was discounted and gaslighted, and that you and your future are going in a different direction. So good for you for that. I'm not really sure Margie, and I suspect that she's somehow either a maternal or grandmother figure to you on that side, is willing to really talk right now, but definitely affirming. Oh, I just see lots of balloons. Did she like either pass on a birthday or somebody else's birthday? Because I see like a whole shitload of balloons like brought to you. That looks to me like celebration. Like, uh, usually balloons represent a birthday, but if somebody passed close to someone else's birthday, then I would see that too. And also, there's a couple of hobbies that you started that I think would be really cool for you to continue. And I think you put them away and she would just like you to pull them out again. And one more thing, you're really smart, way smarter than you think. I think because of what you've been through, your own personal truth has been diminished. I don't see her. I can't describe her, but I feel like there's this female energy as I call out that name, trying to help you kind of regain your empowerment and your strength and your voice and encourage you to, know that you're right and do what you want to do. And look for the bow, either that or there's a pink ribbon for breast, like, how the breast um, cancer ribbon is. I'm seeing that. Okay. Love from her. Let's see who else is here. Okay. I have to put my glasses on for this. So Nicole, your husband's cousin just had her baby. Pass away yesterday, and he was almost about 5 months old. So, does he know how hard? Okay. Oh my God, Nicole, that's heartbreaking. So, her husband's cousin had a baby who passed away at 5 months old. Okay, cool. He shows me that like almost everybody on the planet brought a stuffed animal, which was cute because I feel like this little soul loves stuffed animals and loves animals. And that truly does feel like a loving. Your question is, does he know how much he's loved? Absolutely. And I feel like I'm surrounded by stuffed animals. He, I have to make sure of this because once I say this, I feel like he's coming back. So the words I was about to say is, I'm coming right back. I'll be right back. I just need a little bit more time. And so in your family, the people who want another baby coming up, and I do feel like there's an October reference and then a future October reference, or a 10 reference. There's tons of clouds. He's coming right back. It's the same soul, and then of course on earth we do consider it a different human, but on a soul level, he's coming right back. And the other thing he's showing me is he'll love traction, like he'll be a runner or a speed or traction, like love tracked in high school or love like track 5. So he's showing me May or 5th of a month. It's okay. He knows how much he's loved, so much so that I promise you, in your family or in that same generation, he's going to come back. He just needs a little bit more time to gain some traction, and now he's going to go really fast. He loves Christmas, but that's because of the ornaments and the decorations. Super crafty. So there's something about crafts. So I'm wondering, Patsy, if there's, oh, that was Marjorie. I'm wondering if there's anything that has to do with crafts in your family. like almost as a business. Okay. All right. Let us know if you're still here and if that makes sense. And all right. Who else?
You want to do a pet one?
Okay. Pet. Yeah. Okay. So Kelly Wagner says her dog. So, um, so here's the thing with pets. Like there was a time that pets came through all the time, and then I thought, "Oh, wow, I'm really good at pets." But when I tried to do them, they didn't come through. And I think that's because pets have a mission and they either fulfill that mission and move on very quickly or they stay with that mission until it's done. And so sometimes I see them and sometimes I don't. But I just put my dog down.
Some pretty good pets.
Yeah, I know. I know because I mean I remember one time I saw like a rodent on a woman's shoulder and I'm like, "Do you have like a rat?" And she's like, "Oh, or a hamster." And she's like, "My pet rat." Um, so, but sometimes when I want to see them the most, I don't. When I am trying to see something completely different, they show up. So I don't know. They're more unpredictable. But let's see, Kelly. Like like for right now, I actually see more than one dog around you. So the dog that I'm seeing is medium size, pointy nose, really like into um like very much a part of wanting to come inside, wanting to sit with the family. And then I kind of feel like there's another dog off to the side who maybe wasn't so much a part of the whole group or family. Okay. And that the one that does, it's medium size to bigger, pointy nose, dark in color, and really, really a part like learn tricks, like learn like part of the family. Still kind of around the family would show up maybe when you're watching TV, you might sense something or feel something. I, I really couldn't even say if this is male or female, but I feel like they're nudging you and they want you to go to the kitchen for a treat. Like they know where that is. And then over here, there's kind of a dog who feels a little bit, I don't know, like more like keen to just go lay on their bed over there and not so much a part of everything. So that's what I mean. Like I feel like so and that one had to have like certain surgeries and a lot of work. So Kelly, let me know if you're still on, if that makes sense to you. Interesting. And this other one is just like you could train it tricks, you could teach it anything. It would still be around the family. I don't feel anything in my body with how they passed so much. I am seeing the numbers 8 and 10. So, like August or October or 8 or 10 of a month.
I'm not seeing her.
Kelly, come on, because I also feel like you've kind of decided not to have high maintenance animals and yet you're still like being called to, I don't know, like take on this bird and this dog and like you should just have boundaries, but you're being called to take on more, which is kind of fun. So yeah, your kids will probably bring like the puppy home and let that kind of thing. All right, one more and then we'll give the code. So I think this is Jeanette, brother-in-law. So Uriel is the brother-in-law for Jeanette. Okay. So I'm kind of hoping this is him. I also feel like he's been around a lot. But even when I read your sentence, like we really need to have that, that makes it harder to have. There is a sense of non-communication before he passed. Like maybe he wasn't really communicative or telling everybody what he wanted, or there was a silence that he doesn't feel now in spirit, and he kind of regrets, but maybe that's why you're left feeling like, God, we really need to know. And he also says that whatever progressive ailments he was dealing with will not be passed on to the family. He feels that there's a bright future and a big change. Everybody's doing something really different, living different, living in a space that's different. He also talks about his life being one of integrity, but also of. Go ahead. Were you going to say?
Okay. I'm trying to delete a scammer that's on.
Oh, do not fall for the scammers, guys. Like, I truly believe people who do not have the gumption and the wherewithal to make their own money try to scam, and they're just fear-based, and I send them love and light, but don't fall for it. Anyway, he's talking about
okay, she's on. Okay, good.
And I kind of feel like he worked really hard to have his own basic needs met that he worked for, so it could have been like his own farming or whatever. But when it comes to other people, it feels hard. It feels like maybe he feels taken advantage of. So, but not within himself, and certainly not with the people that loved him after he died. I just feel like he had a hard life trying to sustain his needs. And maybe that was translated. Maybe that's crossed over to where you feel like, your needs are difficult or hard to come by or hard to meet. And they shouldn't be. I mean, your loved ones should be there to inspire you, not to drain you or burden you. But there does seem to be kind of a burden. So he wants to take that away. But I also feel like there's a higher reference, as if someone in the family, like on the other side, like maybe they got married, or there's like a high vibration white, kind of celebration around them that you didn't go to. And maybe it wasn't necessarily, well, maybe it was. Hold on. Maybe it felt difficult or hard, but it wasn't really meant to be that way. I just feel like he's telling you, you know what? Love and respect and be yourself. All this other stuff. I do see 222, so like numbers, and that's a sign. So be yourself, like regulate yourself, like get yourself, only go to what you want. I don't know what this was, this event or whatever it was, whether you were not invited or didn't go, but I feel like you have to know that that's okay. Like you have to take care of you. It's a weird message to try to give, but that's what I feel. Okay. So you guys, I guarantee all my life's work, all my personal messages, you can have anywhere from like a 15-minute message just for a question you want, a person you want to talk to, all the way to, a group reading. I guarantee all my work, money back guaranteed. Please book if you want to. Kelly McClure, psychicmedium.com. And here's your code to get the discount for today. So the code is FB for Facebook Live, LIVE, and today's date, 4/30. So if you use that code within a week, you're going to get your reading for a very good discount. And thank you guys so much for being on. And you know what? Look out for things we're going to do. We're going to do classes and mediumship and all kinds of cool stuff. So take care, guys. Have a good night.